LGBTQ snowbirds face dilemma. Boycott Florida or visit for the sake of local queer businesses. Florida, a longtime winter haven for LGBTQ snowbirds, faces growing tensions as Governor Ron DeSantis' anti-LGBTQ policies cast a shadow over the Sunshine State. While queer retirees and travelers have historically embraced Florida's beaches and nightlife, this season comes with hesitation. Recent actions, including the removal of the LGBTQ tourism page from the Visit Florida website, amplify a legacy of exclusion. Ed Salvato, a leader in LGBTQ tourism advocacy, noted how anti-LGBTQ rhetoric combined with attacks on diversity and inclusion has alienated both visitors and locals. However, despite frustrations, Tony Adams, a former Fort Lauderdale resident, cautioned against abandoning the state entirely, saying, quote, "If we desert Florida now, we are depriving our LGBTQ plus businesses of the revenue they need to stay alive. The pendulum of acceptance in Florida swings violently, but history shows progress is possible," end quote. Nadine Smith, executive director of Equality Florida, echoed similar thoughts. She noted that the state earns billions from the gay dollar, yet it disrespects this significant contributor to its tourism economy. So should queer snowbirds exclude Florida this year? Local queer businesses hope not. And I hope not also. I know business owners. I love business owners. We patron business, LGBTQ plus businesses and our allies all the time. They need our support. Personally, I know 4 couples that have left. Like literally in the last couple months that have sold their home, figured it would be, only one of those 4 couples had a trans child, right? And, having a trans kid, that completely changes the whole entire view on it. If my kid was trans, I would highly, highly think about moving out of the state just because gender affirming care might not be offered here anymore. I can go on and on and on, right? Their provider might lose their license. So many different things can happen in that aspect. But as a lesbian business owner, right, as a lesbian voice, me and my wife aren't going nowhere. You're gonna have to freaking rip the palm trees off our hands because I'm not going anywhere. You're not gonna get me out of here. And trust, they want Florida to just be cisgendered white men living here. They want it to get to that point. Don't allow that to happen.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, and I know people are leaving the country from Florida as well. I mean, that's happening all over. But I've seen it a lot, and I hear it a lot. So it's really, I understand it, but I agree with you. I think we have to dig in,
right,
and shake our palm trees and our pom poms, and we're queer, we're here, we're queer, we're not going anywhere.
Right.
Well,
someone who moved to South Florida from Chicago 10 years ago, I often find myself having to remind friends and family in blue places, including Boston and DC, where I've also lived, that boycotts would likely hurt local businesses and residents more than the state itself. I mean, the state is thriving with the amusement, Disney and Universal, but so the state will be fine.
Yeah.
But our community needs the support.
Our mom and pop places need that help. I did a Wilton Drive block party a couple of weeks back, the day after the election, which I was in no shape to do, right?
God.
And I talked to these business owners that are scared. All the rents have gone up, everything has gone up, right? All the people who provide all their food and everything that they need, drinks and everything has gone up. We need to go and make sure. Wilton Creamery. I love Wilton Creamery, and the fact that they were so affected by the parade, by the Wicked Manners. I was like, okay, we need to go out there and help. We do. We need to. Is it patronize? Would that be the word? What a weird. Right? It sounds weird, right?
Because then you think
it does have more.
Yes,
it has more meanings. Yes,
okay.
Yeah, patronizing is very different from.
To patronize.
A business. This is why English makes no sense.
I like that we're kind of, they're getting to the economy of this element. To quasi take a playbook from one of my favorite munis. Florida is a winter state. We need winter dollars. I think that, it's like other places are summer places, but Florida's supposed to be where you go in the winter, and it's supposed to, be an escape. And if we're not, I know that's what a lot of businesses,
count on.
Rely on.
It's kind of, you see all these plots in funny movies about, everyone bending over backwards for the summer. We bend over backwards for the winter. We're like Amity Island and Jaws for the winter here in different island.
Well, think about like
the island city,
P-Town in the summer. You don't want to go to P-Town in the winter.
No, you do not. Well, it's cold and Yeah, cool and dank. That's
Yeah.
All right, go to your local businesses, all right?
Yes.